goals for Casemiro and a goal for Fred help us qualify for the next round. Let's start with the lineup. Let's do the quick match reaction and the player analysis. I think Daya start, Lindelof and Maguire centre back, Wan-Bissaka, Malacia, Eriksen, Casemiro, Bruno, Rashford, Weghorst and Anthony. This was our lineup. And Reading did nothing in the first half. They just sat back and we had 13 shots and just one shot on target in the first half. I thought we didn't check their goalkeeper at all in the first half, man. And a goal was ruled offside. I don't know how the VAR decided to rule that goal out, and the pen was not given on Casemiro. That was a clear pen. I don't know how the ref missed out those two key moments in the first half. I thought we played really well. They just sat back in the first half and it looked like we were in the training ground, man. We were just passing it around, taking shot outside the box, and that was the first half. We were not clinical. We were not taking our chances. We were not, at least not even testing the goalkeeper. That was the mistake in the first half. And then came the second half. No substitution again from Ten Hag, and we started really well when no one was doing for us. I think no one was even trying to create. And then Casemiro turns up, scored two beautiful goals in the 10 minutes and the game was done. Casemiro, I thought the first goal, Anthony, that pass from Anthony was pinch perfect, accurate, and that finish was sublime, man. And the second goal, that was brilliant from Casemiro again, and a assist for Fred in that second goal. And for the first goal, I thought it was Anthony with a brilliant pass and a sublime finish from Casemiro. Casemiro already have 9 goal contribution this season as a defensive midfielder. He has been brilliant. Casemiro has transformed us from a mid-table side to a maybe top 4 side this season. And then we made some changes. Fred again came on, scored a dink the keeper for the third goal, and that was another beautiful goal. Brazilian flavor helped us score 3 goals tonight, and we were oozing, man. And then a red card for Andy Carroll. I thought he should be sent off way too early, man. That foul on Eriksen was not given a long time ago, maybe 5-10 minutes ago, before he was sent off. I thought that was the moment where he should have been off. And that foul on Eriksen, I don't know how the fuck that ref decided to not even give a card to him. And then we made some changes. Garnacho, Pellistri and Fred. And who came on? Oh, Kobe Mainoo come on. I think Garnacho, for the first 10 minutes, he was okay. He was taking on the players. But after that, I thought he slowed down. Pellistri right now is struggling, man. He's struggling against a championship side. Kobe Mainoo taking the game, taking the ball for us, playing the safe passes. And the tackle in the last moment of the game was just brilliant from him. For a 17-year-old, having that much confidence and maturity, spot on. He's been spot on. We can see why Ten Hag is pushing him for a first team spot. And let's go for a player rating and player analysis. It's been a match reaction so far. Now switch to the player rating. I thought Daya, I will give Daya 5. He did fuck all. He had nothing to say. and when he was called upon, he couldn't command his fox from that corner. That goal should have that goal we could have done much better for that goal. Daya could have commanded his back line, and we conceded. I will give Daya 5. Wan Bissaka, I thought Wan Bissaka and Anthony linked up really well. We can see them. We can see the understanding between them is working really well. They are learning each other trade, and Wan Bissaka was playing the right ball, man. He was passing it forward. He was not going sideways or backway. He was just passing forward to Anthony sometimes, and he was linking up well. Sometimes he was overlapping from the right hand side for underlap, and he was sometime in the midfield. I thought he was brilliant, man. I'll give Wan Bissaka 7. Lindelof and Maguire, one of them have to go this summer. I don't care who is this, who is going, but one of them is 100% going in the summer. Lindelof again, I think with the ball he was slowing the game down. He was just looking up and then just passing the ball to the guy standing next to him, whether it was Malacia or Eriksen, and just slowing the game down. And we know he can pass the ball forward, man, but he was just slowing the ball game down in the first half. And whenever in the counter, he was beaten by the Reading forward. And Reading are not a Premier League side. Yeah, they are a Championship side. They are struggling this season in the Championship. They are 15th or 16th in the Championship. And Lindelof really struggled with Maguire whenever they were trying to hit on the counter. I would give Lindelof 5. Maguire, I thought some of the diagonal ball he played was brilliant, and again with lack of pace he couldn't cover for Lindelof today. And even with the physique and height of Maguire, he was beaten in the air. He's beaten in the air on the floor. He's just, I don't know, man. Whenever he play with England, he's one of the best player. When he was in Leicester, he was the best player. When he was at Hull, he was his best player. And when he joins United, I think the way we play, that doesn't suit Maguire at all. So I will give him 5. That's a harsh reality, man. Conceding a goal, just one chance. Boy, oh boy. I don't know, man. I just touch wood. I don't want, if Martinez or even Varane is injured, we are done. Them two, they are not good enough. Against a Premier League side who are 15th or 16th right now, they are struggling against them. I can't see them staying here for a long time. So 5 for Maguire. Malacia, I thought he was okay. One mistake, maybe lack of concentration in the first half. And by the way, in the first half, Reading created the more clear-cut opportunity to score the goal. And in that moment, Malacia just lacked the concentration, lacked the focus, and that was his mistake. Apart from that, he was brilliant, up and down the wing, doing well, winning the ball, being aggressive without ball, and passing it around, and making good runs from the wing back position. I will give him 6. And Casemiro, again, he was brilliant, man. In the first half, he helped us win the ball back in their Reading half and help us to prevent any counter attacking opportunities. And I would give him maybe 8 out of 10. He was again brilliant. He was just brilliant. And 2 beautiful goals for him. He was brilliant, man. Casemiro again, he did everything today, with the ball, without the ball, and I think he's a leader for us. We might not be that vocal leader who will just shout and shout, but we can see that with his performance, he would just put a shift whenever he's on the ground. And can see a real leader in him. He was brilliant. 8 for me. Next was Ericsson. Again, brilliant. I think he did everything right, man. He just take the ball, making the right pass at the right time, and you can see the passes he was making. He was making a pinpoint passes too. So another normal Christian Eriksen 7 for me. And Bruno again, frustrating. It really frustrated me in the first half. I don't know, Bruno, man. We don't have anyone to give him some rest, or maybe when he's struggling for form, we can't even replace him right now. We don't have Tony Van der Beek in the squad because he's injured. So we have to play him every week. I thought we know what Bruno offers, man. He's a vocal guy. He will shout and he will cover a lot of ground, but sometimes we do know he has got some talent. He have some good passes in him, but sometimes he doesn't deliver, man. His delivery sometimes are just shit. He really frustrates me because he's that talented, but his performance sometimes doesn't speak for him. So another Bruno, I will give Bruno 5. Yeah, 5. Rashford, I thought he was okay. Even he scored a beautiful goal, but I don't know how the VAR decided to rule it offside, which was not. I thought he did well. He gave their right back some hard time today, and Erik ten Hag took him at the right time because we might have a 10 game in a 32 days, so it was a good decision from Ten Hag to take him off. And I will give him maybe another 7 out of 10 for Rashford. And Weghorst again linked up well, pressed really well. I think he's our first line of defense. He really start our press, man, and he work really hard. He can link up well, and the position he cover for us, the amount of ball he win for us, even in the defensive phase or in the attacking phase. And I think Weghorst is really key for us this season. And we can see his run inside the box, man, his movement, but no one is finding him. And that's been the problem for us because we don't create that many chances, right? I'm telling you right now, we are still a counter-attacking team. We are still not a team that the way Ten Hag wants to play. We are still not that team. We are far from that. So we still have a lot of work to do. We still don't know how to dominate the whole game, how to hold the ball, how to make a 3-4 passes. We still don't know a basic thing of football, so still a long way to go. And Weghorst was brilliant, man. Weghorst, I thought he did everything right, so I would give him Weghorst another 6. Now Joga Bonito Anthony, I thought even in my previous match rating, I think in my last match reaction on Arsenal game, I've said that he was brilliant. Even in that game, you can see that Thomas Partey did beat him when we were in a break, but apart from that, he helped us. He is one of those players, I think he keep the ball really well. He's one of our key players, man. He will keep the ball really well. He's not your typical winger who will just beat his man and cross. He's more of a playmaker from the right hand side. He will just put in that beautiful pass that we can see already that he put in for Casemiro. He is that kind of a right winger. He's not someone who will beat you with pace, dribble and skill. He's someone who will just more of a playmaker than a winger. He's more of a playmaker, I think. So I thought he was brilliant. I would give him 8. I think he was our best player, even in that game against Forest, even in the game against Arsenal. He was one of our brightest player in that game, and again today he was brilliant. So all of a sudden he have an assist, and now all of a sudden people are saying he's a brilliant player. So the goals and assists matters in the 21st century, in this century. So people always care about goal and assist, but apart from that, he really work hard, man. He really work hard. We can see that he really helped Wan-Bissaka a lot in the defensive phase. Not in this game, but in the previous game we have seen So he's really a good player, a key player for us. People can say anything they want to say. I'll give him 8. And the substitution, I thought Fred was brilliant. Apart from, I think, after that City game, he has been brilliant. In every game he has played for us, Fred has been brilliant. I think he deserves a starting place. He might start against Forest because of Eriksen injury. And we have to sign a midfielder now. It's an emergency setting for us. We need a midfielder. We need a player to now replace Eriksen. So we have to sign a midfielder, man. Fred again brilliant. After that City game, he has been brilliant for us. Up to now, have scored. Maybe after a World Cup break, he has been brilliant in every other game. And I think now he should be starting after that Eriksen injury. I would give Fred another 7 out of 10. He did everything right. Win the ball back for us. His work rate, his energy, and the way he will win the ball back in the right phase of the game. So he's really key for us. Another key player for Ten Hag to even bring someone to change the game from the bench. I think he's really key for us. That's why I've given Fred a 7. I think 6 or 7. Now Garnacho. I thought when he came on, he was brilliant for the first 10 minutes. After that, I think he couldn't deal with that reading defense. He still is a young player, man. Sometime he will be hot, sometime he will be cold. So you can't just blame from player who is coming out of academy to help us maybe achieve our objective this season. So I'm not going to blame any academy player. I'm giving him maybe 5 out of 10. Pelestri again struggle, man. Pelestri, I think it will take him some time. He has to learn the way Ten Hag teams play. He will be key for us. Maybe next season when he's a squad player. For this season, I think it's about learning the way Ten Hag wants you to play. So for me, Pelestri again 5. Kobe Mano, I think this guy is a proper player. One thing I like about Kobe Mano is he is not someone who is going for that Hollywood ball every time. He's someone, I think, who will just keep the ball moving, just play it safe, keep the ball ticking. That's it. It's someone who just keep the ball ticking, and he does his defensive job brilliantly. We can see the calmness he have on the ball whenever he's even in the pressure. So for me, Kobe Mano, another nothing. It didn't show that much, and so I will still give him maybe 6 out of 10. Still young, man, 17 years old, lot of things to learn. This is his first breakthrough season. Ilanga, I think he might go on alone. I'm not going to blame him. That's not his fault. He was there because of Mason Greenwood case, maybe controversies. That's why he was given a chance in the last season. So I'm not going to blame Ilanga. Another 5 for Ilanga. Did nothing special, did nothing wrong. So 5 for me. So that's it, man. We have a game on Wednesday, I think, yeah, against Forest. So I'll be back then. I'm out. Peace.